Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy KAIO and I'm back again this time to give you another One Piece video, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my review of One Piece chapter 1014. So first things first, let's actually talk about Luffy because I do have some thoughts on what could have potentially happened with Luffy and if he is the person to have fallen in the ocean. And the reason I'm saying the person is because I think something may have actually happened, whether it be Luffy like right at the last second or someone else actually had some involvement there, or even if Luffy has fallen in the ocean, then is there a way to actually save him? So, yes, it goes to show that Kaido was not the person that knocked Luffy down. It was actually Luffy who knocked himself out. And Kaido even says this and confirms it because what happened was he went to use a name attack. Kaido said, "What was that attack? Gomu Gomu no," but doesn't finish the sentence. So he doesn't know, or Oda doesn't want us to know, which I think is a combination of both. But we probably will find out maybe at a later date. Maybe the anime might, expand on that because by then we'll most likely know. But of course, anime only watchers won't. But it's still bothering me. It's still really bothering me that we didn't get to see what happened. I know Oda can't fit everything in and that he is leaving it up to, the anime to, fulfill that and expand upon it. So we might see exactly what happened. But if Oda is not showing us this, and I don't know, maybe we see it like a little bit further on when Luffy's back up and they have their fight and Kaido mentions it again, then maybe we'll actually see what happened. But then I have got my thoughts on what could potentially happen of why this has actually happened with Luffy, why he's knocked himself out. But I'll explain that a little bit more later. So let's look at what's happened. So it appears that Luffy has fallen into the ocean. Now, my first thought was that if Luffy's landed in the ocean, who is most likely going to be able to save him? Because Oda goes across everyone, like the people that we see, like the Straw Hats. You've got Robin, Brook, of course, they can't save him. Sanji could, but he's got Zoro. You've got Law, you've got Kid, but Kid's dealing with Big Mom, and so forth. So unless Yamato magically jumps in and saves him, then I don't know. The only other thing I could potentially think of is that there's fishmen like Aladdin and that maybe like lurking around. I doubt it, but don't really want to rule it out. Or maybe the octopus thing that we saw right at the start, the thing that was patting its head and, going yoy, and maybe that might save him, or might get some koi fish that might just sort of like whack him up on the mainland because Onigashima is right there. It's like literally a sneeze away from Wano. So yeah, that could be a possibility, or maybe one of the people do actually go in and save him. But if they're a devil fruit user, it's not exactly going to be the best thing. So yeah, there is that. So we know he will be back. We know he is going to be saved if he has fallen in. But another thing that I do want to bring up as well is that Oda likes to play us a lot. He likes to make us think, oh, this has happened, but then something else has happened. I feel like there is a huge possibility that Law might have actually saved Luffy. And when I say this is because we know he can actually do that. He can switch people with his Devil Fruit ability. What if, as everything's falling, Law may have just, magically got there, like we can't see it because his face, of course he looks like, oh my god, he's stunned that Luffy's lost because of the announcement. But then what if he got there in the nick of time and, pretending like, oh my god, like, Luffy fell in and, he switched Luffy out. So maybe it was a big gigantic piece of like, rock actually fallen in. So that is a possibility. I don't really want to rule out Law possibly saving Luffy because, I don't know who could actually go in to save him unless there's some fishmen nearby. So, like, unless Luffy manages to pull himself out, which I don't think it's going to happen. We know that. As soon as you fall into the ocean, like, you're, like, gone. Unless he winds up on a beach again, maybe that could happen. But I'm not going to rule Law out on this one. So I'm going to keep Law as, like, a big possibility that he might have saved Luffy right at the last second. But the other thing that also I want to talk about as well, which is probably like the rarest one that I could think of that is most likely not going to happen because Luffy is knocked out, is that Luffy somehow managed to regain consciousness like right at the last second, used like gear second, and quickly zapped out of there. Because one thing I noticed is that when Luffy fell in, is that, well, unless Oda forgot to draw a pair of legs, he's not showing anything of like Luffy's arm hanging out or his legs hanging out, slowly just like going in. Like he's just making it look like he's just gone plop, like straight into the water. But one thing I noticed, there's no like big splash. There's like the splash that you've got, it looks like there's a load of smoke around like where that actually happened. So I don't know. Luffy may have used gear second and then, you know, zapped himself back to the main lane. He's like, oh, I'm just about to fall in the water here. Let me just use gear second, and boom, like he's gone. Like he's on the main lane. He's like, okay, cool. And he's just thinking of ways like, oh, how am I going to get back up there? What am I going to do? Like, is Onigashima going to fall? What's going to happen? And that leads me on to a theory that's going to happen later with Yamato and Kaido, which I will touch upon. But for now, those are my three, you know, guesses of what could potentially happen with the whole Luffy situation. Of course, we don't have a break next week, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get that. But I don't think Oda's going to give us that straight away. No, we're not going to get that. He's just going to tease us even more. And of course, yes, the announcement does come from Bohong that, you know, Luffy has been defeated, and no one does believe it. So obviously we see the big panel where everyone's like, oh my god, no, this can't be happening. No, that's not Luffy. Of course Luffy's going to come back. Even Sanji and Zoro both like, screw that, like, bun that. Nah, Luffy's going to be back. Like, he's all fine. And then of course you see Law, and he's like, kid's like, I don't care about that moron because Big Mom asked. That was actually quite funny. But it looks like with their fight, it's either just about to start or maybe it already has started and they're sort of just clashing right now. But I'm hoping we do get a full chapter on that. That would actually be pretty nice. But I think what's going to happen is, are we going to see what happened at the end between Kinemon and Kaido? I didn't expect that to happen. Not yet, at least. Like, I'm glad of the stuff that we actually got, but I didn't expect that. Is this going to be where everything goes completely tits up for a while and the enemy just, you know, literally obliterate everyone right there and then Luffy comes back and he's like, oh god. And then like that's when he kicks off, and then that's when like the big battle goes off between Luffy and Kaido. Luffy's like, nah man, you just pushed me way too far, like everyone's down, and he just goes for Kaido. That would be sick. But you know what, if it goes that way, I'm happy, because it's nice to get that. It's nice to have that bit where you think, oh yeah, Luffy and all that are just gonna, you know, do it. They're gonna knock Kaido, Big Mom, everyone out. They're gonna win, hurrah, we've saved Wano. But no, the way that, you know, Kaido's going right now, oh my god, it looks like it's going in favour of them. Like the fact that they've announced that Luffy got defeated and that's Luffy done with, and that he'll, you know, say, well, if anyone gives up, you guys can be my subordinates. You know, I'll forgive you, or you're gonna die. That's the way it's going to go. It's madness. Like, this is actually on a madness. Like, Queen and Chopper are still fighting, and Perospero's helping out. Queen, for some reason, just firing the arrows. Perospero's just Perospero. But at the end of the day, Chopper's still not able to do anything to Queen. You know, he's doing everything that he can. It just seems like Queen's just getting back up. But that's because Queen's a powerful person. I'm not saying that Chopper's not. Even though we know now that Caesar actually helped out Chopper with the Rumble Balls, and now he can use them for half an hour, but the side effects could be even worse than what they were. So what's actually going to happen to Chopper in this instance? Like, when it's all over, like, is he going to feel like some long-term effects for like a while where he's not going to be able to use the Rumble Balls? Or maybe he'll be fine and he'll, you know, manage to work a way around it so he'll be able to do it. This chapter is absolutely crazy. And of course, the stuff that happened with Kinemon, Kanjuro, I expected that to be a full battle. Do I think Kanjuro is dead? Could possibly be, but then knowing One Piece, he's not just yet. Maybe something else would happen, but that all depends on his outcome as well. Because, yeah, Kaido, he seems to have taken out Kinemon. But then, I don't know, Kinemon may have like some sort of special thing where he's like, okay, yeah, you slapped my swords, but I'm still around. I'm not going to lie, when I first saw that, I thought that was Kinemon's blood that just burst out like right in front of Kaido, but then I realised it was Kaido's Conqueror's Haki. But you can see that the blades have broken. So this is going to be a chase. This is going to be the hunt on Momonosuke, because Kaido was going there to actually kill him. I think Kiku's dead. I think, yeah, that's it. Kiku's like gone. And I can't believe they fell for that. Well, Kiku fell for it, but, and Shinobu. Why would you fall for it? You said yourself that, oh yeah, it's not him. And then, well, actually, technically, Kiku didn't fall for it. Kiku knew that it was, you know, Kanjuro, and went to attack him, even though it was, you know, looking like Odin, but just couldn't do it. It just goes to show that even if someone does look like Odin, yeah, like, you're not going to be able to do anything. We knew it was going to happen. Like, you could see the build-up and everything. It's a mad one. It's honestly a madness the way that this is going down. So I'm really happy. Definitely better than last chapter as well. I've got to say that. Like, if you guys saw my video, I was just not feeling that chapter. This was definitely an upgrade because it looks like it's going into the villain side now, where the villains are gonna, take over for a while. When I say a while, probably a good like few chapters worth that we're gonna get at this. But do you know what I'd like to see? And this is exactly what I'm going to talk about now. I want to see Kaido versus Yamato. That would be such a sick fight because maybe we'll get a reveal of Yamato with a devil fruit. Potentially. Potentially we could get that, and just to see father and son just like going at it, because you know for a fact that when Kaido and Yamato, if they do fight, you heard Yamato say, I am Odin. Can you imagine Yamato and Kaido just meeting, and Yamato's like, yeah, father, look, I'm Odin. And then they both go in for a Thunder Bargwan, man, that would be just like off the chains. Yeah, like I'm excited. I'm actually a lot more happy than what I thought I was going to be, because originally I wanted, everything to go the way for the Straw Hats and, Luffy to showcase. But with this going on right now, like, I'm actually a lot more happier with this now, because it's nice to see that, Kaido is proving his worth. Not saying that he had to prove his worth because we knew how powerful he was. And of course, he didn't exactly knock Luffy down, but Luffy technically lost that second round because he will be back. But this is good. Like, I like this sort of thing when it comes to like a series when it looks like the enemy are just gonna, take over, and you think, oh no, what's gonna happen? Oh yeah, we need him like right at the last second. And then that's when Luffy comes in. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm happy. And I hope that Oda continues this for a while. And I hope that with the Big Mum and Kid stuff, I really want Kid to win. I want it to be a hard fight for Kid, but I kind of want to see Kid actually sort of have the upper hand in that fight against Big Mum. But is Oda going to do that? Nah. He's had every single one, like from Kaido to Big Mum to King to Queen, depending on how that goes, because of Marco. Obviously, Marco is another, person who could have saved Luffy, but I doubt it because he's dealing with King and everything. So that's why I'm ruling out Marco. But yeah, like, this could go down real quick. Strap yourselves in because this is going to be a bumpy ride. So overall, yeah, guys, so yeah, this chapter, I liked it. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Make sure to smash this video with a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell so you guys never miss a post, and I will see you guys for the next video. So until then, see ya.